Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. I bought this WRX in 2022. It's now the summer of 2026. I only have 30,000 miles on this car, and in the last, I want to say 6 to 8 months, I've put 15,000 miles of those 30-ish thousand miles on the car. Most of that driving has been in Boston, if you are familiar with the channel, and for the first time, I've found myself in the need of some way to record what's happening because I'm driving in the city so much, and I've had a couple scares now where I might be in a fender bender or something like that, and I would have had no way to prove that I wasn't at fault. You know, the city is crazy, you see some crazy driving. I'm not gonna be the first person to defend Boston driving. I don't think it's actually that bad, but you know, you have your own opinions on whether or not you like Boston driving. And I rarely do a sponsored video, but because I needed to find myself a really solid dash cam, both front and back, because I'm dealing with situations where obviously I love my car, I love my WRX, and I want to make sure I protect it in case I get into an accident. I also just recently made a video on things that you should get for your WRX, and a Bluetooth CarPlay adapter was one of them, and I've been having problems with my adapters. I went and found the best possible option for both, and fortunately they want to sponsor the video. So in very rare form, we're being sponsored today. So I'm gonna be doing a full install. You guys are seeing this after the fact. I've been running this for a little bit of time so I can make sure I really like it and it's doing exactly what it's supposed to, but it's pretty much, if you guys are seeing this, it solved all my problems. And the sponsor of today's video is OttoCast. We're gonna be putting the OttoSafe 2-in-1 in, so it basically solves both problems. It's a front and rear dash cam recording live video, so I can literally manipulate stuff throughout the CarPlay. It's also a CarPlay adapter, and it costs as much as a good CarPlay adapter, so I got the dash cam essentially for free. That's one of the big reasons that I initially went with this brand and then later reached out to them because I like the products that they make. You do a lot of city driving, there's some real safety in having a dash cam, and I fought it for a long time, and at this point I can't fight it anymore because I've had a few hiccups where I was like, wow, somebody could have hit me, and you know, it wasn't my fault, but because I was behind them. I've literally had twice, I've had people reversing in the middle of city traffic. And when you reconstruct the scene, it doesn't matter, I'm behind them and I don't have video proof. It's like I'm in trouble. I'm at fault even though they reversed into me. There's no way for me to prove otherwise. Let's get this thing installed and then I'll show you guys kind of why I bought it. I wouldn't recommend a kit if it didn't come with everything you need and was easy to install. So just, I mean, this doesn't look pretty, but I don't really need it to because it's so well put together. Main wire for our main camera. The main camera goes on with 3M tape, but it's a low strength 3M tape, so it's not terrible to remove. This goes to our wireless CarPlay adapter. We have our rear with enough that we can feed it into the headliner. We're going to tuck it with this. Plugs in, even the nice touch of the little carbon fiber pattern. And it's basically everything that we need. Kit's pretty simple. There's an app, but we'll get it all set up. It should take, I don't know, let's see if we can get this done in less than 5 minutes. So we have our little AutoCast little guy, and this is going to get installed. You're going to put a micro SD card in it. We'll put that in there. And then we're just going to peel and stick. Peel, stick, and hold. You hold that thing on and it's installed. Eventually I'll wrap the wire and tuck it, but for the intent and purposes, I just want to show you guys how quickly you could have up and running a dash cam. That goes in there. Wire hanging right now, but we'll eventually bring this wire up to the top so you guys can see. Little CarPlay unit. We're going to plug in our little adapter. Okay, that's in. And then I'm gonna quickly route the rear camera in, and then we're gonna go all the way up and around and get it tucked in and put it on the rear. Because that's gonna be very specific to how you route it. I'm not gonna show that. I'm not gonna spend 10 minutes doing it. What I'm gonna tell you guys is I'm gonna come up to the top here and run it through my A-pillar all the way down using their little tuck tool, and then I'll pop out in the rear pillar. I'm not gonna drop my lining just because dropping the lining is a pain in the butt, but dropping the lining is probably the cleanest way to do it. I just really don't want to spend that much time, and it's totally cool just to tuck it around the corner. Just like plug it in and we are like getting the instructions. I mean, I genuinely, like, this is so much easier than any other device or app that I've ever used. So far it's been so simple. I mean, this is nice that they have literal instructions when you start the car on your head unit. You don't have to find them anywhere. And there we go. It took maybe, I don't know, like 35 seconds, 40 seconds. You download an app on your phone. The app is just with a QR code on the back of this. Use that QR code, app, easy peasy. This gets hooked up. You pair it on your Bluetooth device. It gives you instructions, and then it's like normal CarPlay, right? Literally like normal CarPlay. The only difference is up here. You have your little dash cam, and there we go. There's my messy garage. It is literally so easy. So we'll take this driving so I can give you guys a rundown, but you can record, take photos, do all kinds of stuff. It's just instant view. So I could switch to the back too, all that kind of stuff. Literally, it's been I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes of my time, maybe 4 minutes of my time. Doesn't get much easier than this in terms of mods. It's super clean. But let's get it driving so you guys can get an idea of why I'm using this and, where it becomes powerful and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that only took like 4 or 5 minutes. It's one of the easiest mods you can do. If you guys follow the channel, obviously, I'm all about bang for buck, easy mods, getting the most out of the value, and it's like a 2-for-1 mod. Protects the car. I've been using it for a while now. I get really good Apple CarPlay. I'm pretty happy with it. Obviously, if you guys, again, follow the channel, I don't do very many sponsorships, and I'll only do a sponsorship if it's something that I genuinely use, genuinely plan to use, and see a lot of value in it, and think it's worthwhile for you guys knowing that it exists. I do have a discount code in the description. It helps the channel out, but ultimately it just saves you guys money. So feel free to use it. Feel free to not to use it if you don't want to support the channel. If you want to support the channel, it doesn't really matter to me. It just saves you money if you're thinking about it. But yeah, it's really just an insurance policy. If you guys know, I run an F1 light strictly so people behind me know that I'm braking. So it's like less of a chance of messing up my car. Should have done PPF. That's one thing I didn't do. And obviously I'm paying for that. It's one of the big reasons I was like, oh, I didn't do PPF. I've got to get a dash cam just to protect myself so that the red WRX, nothing happens to it. And if it does, insurance will cover it. And I really don't have any install notes. Pretty straightforward. I mean, there are 3 instructions once you plug it in. If you do all those things, it gets installed. It's pretty straightforward, solid product. And the one thing that I did want to say is, like, one of the nice things, if you actually look at the car, it's very inconspicuous that it's there. I mean, obviously you can tell if you look up really close, but I've always been worried about having a nice system and it getting stolen. And I think this does it pretty well. Obviously that's my like toll metering device, but you really have to get close to know it's there, right? It's pretty inconspicuous and it doesn't take up a whole lot of real estate. If you're walking around the car, I mean, obviously there's a reflection, but there's a reflection if you're here or not. You can kind of see it now actually because I have an ND filter on you guys. So this is what it actually looks like in real life. That's without the ND filter. You can't really tell it's there. Obviously you guys can see I can change the ND filter. But this is no ND filter. You'd never know it's really there. So in terms of it getting stolen and stuff like that, I think it's, some pretty good shape. Again, pretty low profile in terms of what it is in terms of real estate. So I think it does a lot. And then I've got the rear one. It's basically the same setup. The two communicate. I've tucked the wires up here, around to the rear, and then up here, down here, and in. That's my wiring pattern. It was pretty easy. I mean, the actual install is like 4 minutes. The wire tucking is like, I don't know, depending on how you do it, could be another 5 minutes if you just tuck it. But if you want to go full panel on the other side, I'd say it's like a half hour to an hour to drop the, the top paneling and the actual anything around your head. It's well installed, and I don't like going that far. But yeah, pretty happy with it. Thanks for the sponsorship, AutoCast. And yeah, if you want to support the channel, grab one for yourself, and I'll see you guys in the next video.